as far as the review goes, now I want to get into some biblical themes with this film because surprisingly, there's actually a lot. And, and not in the way that Man of Steel did. Like, Man of Steel really pushed Henry Cavill's Superman as being like the messianic figure, the Jesus figure, almost like they pounded into the audience's head that this guy represents Jesus, right? This movie, I think, has a little bit more style and a little bit more based in reality, I would say, on how they deal with issues of faith and even issues of morality and different things like that. So the first thing, and once again, I'm going into this, if you're listening on YouTube, don't comment below, or if you're on iTunes, don't write me a review, or on Stitcher, whatever, and saying I'm spoiling the movie for you. Nothing that I'm about to say spoils the movie in any way, shape, or form, okay? There is no spoilers in this, just like there were no spoilers in the review, okay? Now that we got that out of the way, at the very beginning of the film, we see a flashback to the destruction of Metropolis. It's just basically just giving us that last scene where Metropolis just gets completely obliterated from Man of Steel, giving that to us from Bruce Wayne's perspective. We start the film with Bruce Wayne seeing all of this destruction through his eyes, right? And at the very beginning of the film, you see Bruce Wayne talking to a guy on the phone, and the guy who works for him. It's in the building and everything else. And again, this is not a spoiler, even though I'm telling you a character dies. It's not a major character or anything like that. This character dies in the Wayne building, and he sees Superman and Zod coming towards the building, and their laser eyes are going off and everything. And this is why it's important. He is mere seconds from death. Like, he knows he's going to die. Like, you can tell, these guys are about to destroy this building in this fight. I don't have time to get out. I'm about to die. He realizes this. And what he does made me sit up, because this is like right at the beginning of the film, right? It makes me sit up because he looks like he grabs a crucifix that he's wearing. Like, it's kind of off screen. His hand's kind of off screen, so you don't really see it. But it looks to me like he grabs a crucifix, but he says something that was interesting. In the calmest voice, knowing that he's about to die, this character goes, "Heavenly Father, have mercy on me and receive my soul." And then the building collapses, right? That's interesting. That is so interesting. And if you're a Lutheran like I am, automatically that liturgical light bulb just popped off in your head. This is very reminiscent of some of our prayers that we have in our prayer book at the time of death. Now, this guy realizes that he only has like 3 seconds until he's dead. And he says this really quick 3-second prayer, grabbing onto what I assume is a crucifix, because you don't really see it. It's kind of off camera, but he's holding onto it, gripping it. And you can tell it's something he's wearing, a necklace of some sort. And who knows, like, the writers could have thought that maybe he was Roman Catholic or something like that. But, I mean, as a Lutheran, I look at that and go, that's the gospel. Right there in front of it. Like, that is the perfect way to die, in a sense. To be holding on to the hope of the cross and to pray out to the Father and say, have mercy on me and receive my soul. Now, it may not be the perfect prayer. Like, I understand that maybe we want, we may want to pray the Kyrie, Lord have mercy, Christ have mercy, Lord have mercy. But it's interesting that the movie would start out with not only destruction, but the hope of resurrection and the hope ultimately of the gospel in the midst of that destruction, right?